Hey guys, I thought I'd do a video about the C8 Corvette. So as you may know, it's been an interesting time in the car world here. We got the new Supra, and then we had the new Shelby GT500, which is a big deal for Ford fans. But now we have the C8 Corvette, and now we're running into a problem here, where people who originally wanted or thought they wanted a GT500 are now looking at the C8 Corvette like as another viable option, and it's just crazy. And I'll explain why, but when you look at the specs of this new Corvette, it's insane. Like, first of all, you're just looking at it right now, you should be able to see it. Thing looks like a Ferrari kind of, and at a price of under 60,000 US dollars, well, base price. That's pretty good. I mean, looks good, makes almost 500 horsepower. Good old pushrod power LT2 derived from the LT1, the one the C7 base Corvettes used. And it's just insane the amount of features this thing has. 0 to 60 in under like 3 seconds. And it just keeps piling up and up and up. And it's just, it'll be exciting to see what this car can do. But there's this brochure, and I thought we'd go over it. I think it's to train the dealers on, or the salespeople on selling the car and the features of it and everything. So as you can see, here it is. It's I think it's probably gonna be around 3,400 pounds maybe, but I'm pretty sure the GT500, well, the 2013 weighed around 3,800 pounds, but this one has IRS, so that's like another 100 pounds. So we'll say almost a 4,000 pound car versus, I mean, this 3,400 pounds, let's say, is what the old C7 vets weighed. And not only that, the base price of that GT500 is 74,000, and I'm pretty sure with options and everything, it'll be mid 80s, and then let's say dealer markup. It's more of a rare, specialized car. The Corvette will be more common. It's a base Corvette we're talking about here, so it'll be easier to get. I mean, it'll be like the Corvette market's gonna be hilarious now because right now you can buy like the sixth generation Corvettes for like in the 20s. Yeah, I mean that's very affordable for a lot of people, and this car just doesn't go fast in a straight line. It is a hell of a corner carver. Yes, it does use leaf springs, but doesn't matter. It does have a cheap interior, but they're getting better and better with every generation on that. And I'm a Ford guy, but there's no denying the Corvette is it's changing the way we think about American cars here. So as you can see, it's just their introduction. I like that first point there. First affordable mid-engine V8 supercar. You guys can pause the video or look it up. I'll include the brochure in the description there, or whatever this is called, pamphlet. I don't know. But yeah, dry sump oil system. That's interesting because you remember the C6 Z06 Corvette used it in the LS7, and now it's coming in the base Corvette. And yeah, their number one strength, it says right there, value and attainability. Well, that's what a Corvette is. Your blue collar worker can go and buy it instead of like, you know, not being able to get a sports car in the first place. That's what these things are. They're meant to be cheaper, but still great. It's mass produced, so that's what helps. It's like the GTR that's mass produced. The engine's hand built, but that helps keep costs down, right? So here we're looking at the exterior. This is interesting, the front lift. So it says here remembers up to 1,000 GPS locations. So you can clear low obstacles like speed bumps or steep driveways. I find that interesting. So apparently it should like automatically know when to raise the front end. You have to have this feature on this car, like where it raises the front end. It's just too low, it scrapes. The my 98 Cobra scrapes everywhere, and yeah, there's no way that thing has a little suspension or air suspend. I don't know if it's an airbag in the front or whatever to raise it up. It's yeah, it's too cheap. The hidden door handles, that's interesting. Uh, I know on the old ones, well, the previous generation Corvette's like a rectangle, and you get your hand and you just press it in. It really blends in well with the bodywork. I'm interested to see how they did this. I remember it is power, so they do have like the emergency door locks, or I mean the door handles, in case you get trapped in there. And this is interesting, using the windshield for improved downforce. And by moving the engine rearward, the hood and everything has been lowered. And that's probably one of my favorite features right there, the removable roof panel. They're keeping the Targa, I love it. Unfortunately, the C8s will not have a manual option, but the automatic, the DCT that comes in this thing it's insane. So it's I mean, I'm surprised they're putting in this thing for under 60,000, but it is what it is. And so there you can see like the different roof options if you didn't get the convertible. So body color, visible carbon fiber, transparent. That's really interesting. I don't think they used to have that in the 7th gen. And then the accessory ground effects, you can get it with carbon fiber or just like black plastic, I'm guessing. Have to have the high wing spoiler, or maybe if they have more of like a ducktail style, I would go for that. Carbon flash metallic paint, carbon fiber. And then the side skirts getting interesting there. A bit flashy. So it doesn't look like they increased interior space, but according to this thing, they did. And I've dealt with so many of those Chevy touchscreens. I'm not exactly a fan of them, but I mean, this is the Corvette, so it is going to be in there. And dual trunks. I'm guessing there's, yeah, one in the front, one in the back. Available dual seat memory package, so I guess that means the passenger can control the memory seats as well. That's hilarious. 14 speakers and a car with a cabin that small. Pretty good sound system. It's pretty cool the way the center console is. It's kind of like a Lamborghini, you know? Just comes up and looks cool. They're definitely trying on the interior way harder than they have ever have. It's just nice looking. And then the different seats. This is like a Ferrari thing, you know? Just crazy amount of options on it now. It's almost becoming like as optionable as like a Mustang. So many different combinations. It's nice. Yeah, you guys can look at that later, but obviously everybody will probably want the competition sport or the GT2. Those look so much cooler. Oh, and then it gives you the trim highlights on the interior. 1LT, price leader, and for purists who want lightest car available. C color only. And then of course you get to the 1LT plus or 2LT, I don't know what that is. It's just so many more options. You finally get navigation. Interesting. I thought that would have been standard. And then 3LT. So I think with this Corvette, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it more like a daily drivable car. Like my Cobra, I drive it year round. I'm probably gonna stop soon though, and it's just like getting annoying. But with this, you drive it year round, it should be nice, like comfortable. Yeah, nice interior, and then look at all the color options you can get for the interior in 3LT. Just beautiful. And then there we go. Everybody's favorite, the power. So yeah, 495 horsepower, 470 foot-pounds of torque. So the Z mode is supposed to be interesting. It like allows you to customize, I think, like 12 different parameters. And then it's like a my mode. It's like your own mode. So like I guess you could add the steering and comfort and then like the suspension and sport, and then you just press that one button and it'll go into yours. Yeah, and then the Z51's back. I'm pretty sure Z51 is more like, oh well, it says right there. What am I doing? Well, I thought it was usually suspension, but tires, exhaust, axle ratio, performance data recorder. I think that, yeah, the C7s did have that. They had like a little, it's not dash cam, but it was like a camera that recorded. Pretty cool. I like that weather mode for rain and snow, if you're crazy enough. The Corvette does come with all season tires standard, so I mean it's just interesting if you look at that first photo on the left there, the way you can like the gear selector, reverse neutral drive, just looks so beautiful. Oh, and then this is nice. The interior colors. Rapid blue, that kind of looks like grabber blue from like the Mustangs. Yeah. I think I would have to go with the two-tone blue if I would. Oh, seatbelt option. You can change the color of your seatbelt as well. Oh, that's a trend everybody's going for. Like you see it in the Porsches, it has like a red seatbelt or an orange one, or it looks cool, so why not, I guess. And then the exterior colors, I believe it shows them all. Zeus Bronze Metallic, interesting name. Sebring Orange is a really nice one too. Accelerate Yellow is like a dew color. And there, that's the one I would like. Rapid Blue. And just looking at all these different wheel options. Oh, you can get a second set of wheels with it. Interesting. So I guess it comes with one of those top four ones. And then the bottom two are, yeah, just extra. In case you want to change it up. Personally, I'm a big fan of the Spectra Gray or the Carbon Flash at the top there. Even the black painted aluminum one in the bottom right looks pretty good. Caliper color, yellow, bright red, edge red, black, no orange or anything like that, eh? And then you guys can read all that. We'll see if there's anything interesting I can pick out right now. Oh, look at that. Engine cover in red or silver, late availability. Center caps with Stingray logo. Fender hash marks. Yeah, that's cool. Ground effects, I-wing spoiler, mirror caps in carbon fiber. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and the transparent roof panel. I totally get that. Rocker panel extensions, molded in color. Splash guards molded in color. That's cool. Interior. Illuminated sill plate with Stingray logo. Collapsible cargo organizer with crossed flags logo. Oh, look at that. You can get luggage for it now. It's like a Pagani now. So fancy. It comes with... Well, you have to buy it extra, but still, that's hilarious. They're really trying hard on this car. You can get some Stingray branded booster cables now, I guess. Battery protection package with crossed flags logo. Holy, and they have like so many different car covers you can get for it. But anyways, you guys can take a look at that. But honestly, I feel like the GT500 might be in trouble. I hate to say it. And I dare to even say the 4GT is looking a bit overpriced, and the GT350 is looking well, obsolete kinda. Now, I mean, why not just get a 2019 GT and just do bolt-ons and stuff? Because if you look at the GT350, it has the same headlights, same instrument cluster, same taillights. Like they kept it pretty similar, even the bumpers and everything. They didn't really design it when they did the facelift for 2018 and 19. And the 2018s and 19s have that amazing 10-speed auto. But you gotta think about it. You're, let's say, someone in your mid 40s, I guess, and you have about, well, you want to buy a new sports car, and you're willing to spend around $50,000 to $60,000. So you go to the Ford dealership, and you option out your 2019 Mustang GT, we'll say. You got fully optioned out. How much are you looking at now? We're in the 50s. The Corvette, I mean, if you don't care about navigation, I guess. You can get it for under six. I believe it's 55,000 actually. But then let's say, you get the nicer stuff and you either way you have a pretty potent car for, let's say, $10,000 more, maybe $8,000 more than a loaded 2019 Mustang. I mean, it's a pretty good car for the value. It's hard to beat. They're just making it too cheap, and yes, it does look ugly from the back a bit, but that's okay considering that, like, what the Camaro looks like after they redesigned it, which is being discontinued, I'm pretty sure. And the way they redesigned the Silverado, this is amazing. They nailed it with the Corvette. They screwed up those two things for sure, though. They're ugly. I have to see them a lot every day, but yeah, this Corvette's pretty good. And I don't know, what would you guys do if you had to choose between this or like a GT500? Let me know in the comments, because it's a good time to be a car guy, but it's hard to make a choice if you had to buy something. Me personally, I just like going fast in straight lines, so I'll probably stick to like you can't beat the Fox bodies if you just want to go fast in a straight line. They're just untouchable. So I'm not even going to compare the Corvette there. You buy a shell, even if you put in a built 3.0 or a small block Ford in there, whatever, with a Vortec or a Pro Charger on there, you have way less than one of these cars. But if you wanted something more to like daily drive and take corners pretty good and all that, then, well, what do you do? I mean, GT500, Corvette, or even a 2019 GT, but you're gonna look silly if you get a 2019 GT, because that's beginning to be obsolete too now. Because it used to be Mustang versus Camaro, but now the Camaro is probably gonna go away. So then, what's next? Well, then the Mustang. Unfortunately, people are gonna compare the Mustang to the Corvette, because otherwise it's gonna be Mustang versus Challenger. Challenger Dodge is actually really good at this. They're amazing. They have like so many different versions of this car. You can get like the terrible X Rental V6 version, or you can get like I don't know how they still do it. There's so many different trims of it. There's the RT that still comes with the 392 motor, the Scat Pack. And it just has like smaller Brembos on it. And I'm pretty sure there's other things too versus the actual SRT, but like both 392s, that's good. They're catering to so much more. And then they have Hellcat and then Demon. And then the way they marketed these cars is insane. And now, hey, you didn't get a chance to buy a Demon. Then you got the Hellcat Red Eye, and it just, the list keeps on going. And it's just insane. Times are changing so fast. Like, a Hellcat Red Eye is an amazing car. Sam 47, and now this new Dodge Charger wide body. I don't know if you guys seen that yet. They're just, it's good. That's what Ford kind of needs to do, but now they have a bigger problem because Mustang has been #1 in sales recently, or for a while. I'm not sure. Recently, I know for sure. But if they want to if they want to keep leading the pack, they gotta do something to keep up with that bet. Even though that GT500 does make 760 horsepower, but I mean, a 4,000-pound car. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen roll races with like a C6 versus like a Coyote powered Mustang or even a GT500, and like the Corvette makes sometime in some cases like 100 horsepower less, and it's still, the C6 still has a chance at pulling on it because of that weight, because the way it's geared. There's so many different factors, and yeah, it's just hard out there. What do you get? It all depends. The pushrod motors are amazing too. We already know this. They've been proven. They're old design. They're gonna keep going, hopefully for a while, but we'll see. I mean, they're thinking. I heard that they might be doing like 4-cam designs with these Corvettes, but hopefully, no North Star Cadillac stuff. But yeah, anyways, take care, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want me to do videos like this or if you prefer me working on the car. I'm releasing all these different kinds of videos so I can get an idea of what the crowd likes. I'll just go by the views, I guess, and or if you guys like me doing like the personal updates on progress with my cars or like how things are going with them. But anyways, I'll let you guys go now and take care.